Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News for May 19th, 2015. Community VNA, an organization that works to provide resources and quality care for members of the community, held a presentation yesterday evening on how caretakers can help those with Alzheimer's disease. It was presented by mental health counselor Peter Ham, who says the disease is a looming health issue around the world and wants to help people get educated on how to manage it.
I have this opportunity this evening to talk about some of the challenging questions and how people should better prepare for this. Because unfortunately in today's society, what people do is they wait for a crisis to do something. At that point, it's too late. There's plenty of things that we know that this is a progressive illness, which means it's going to continue to get worse. There are some things that we can learn from that once a person gets appropriately diagnosed that we can do to kind of help us along the way. Not only for the individual that's been diagnosed, but for their family and sometimes with their workplaces to address things in a way that don't become catastrophic. One of the quick things we would do is make sure that they speak with their primary care physician and express some concerns that are going on. I would look at when there are changes to a person's life. The person's having some issues with balancing the checkbook, which before they didn't have any problems with. If they were having some problems with hygiene, personal hygiene, taking medication on time, these are some things that really need to start paying attention to, that whether the person or their loved one needs to address to the primary care physician to really start to look at, okay, what's driving the bus? What's causing this person to do these changes? That's probably one of the most critical things. One of the best things is always information, and education is one of the most powerful tools that any of us can use. Probably one of the best reservoirs of information is on the Alzheimer's website, which people can clearly find by looking up Alzheimer's Association, the Massachusetts, New Hampshire chapter. And from there, there's a whole host of information that not only from a lay person, but also professionals can get better up to date on what's current research is providing for people, but also how to reach out and other resources that a person may be able to find in their communities and how to help them combat this just insipid illness.
The Attleboro Arts Museum is set to open a new exhibit featuring the work of high school students from the surrounding area. Tomorrow, the museum will hold an opening reception for a new show called High Art, Text Art, Words as Images. Museum Coordinator Abby Rovaldi spoke about the new exhibit.
It's an annual show of high school art. It opens tomorrow, Wednesday, May 20th, and it runs through June 4th. We have an opening reception and awards ceremony on Thursday this week, May 21st, from 6:30 to 8. We will be announcing the awards to the schools and also celebrating their amazing achievements this year. Every year High Art has a theme. This year's theme is text art, words as images. So schools are tasked not only with an installation piece, which is using a select amount of space in the gallery, but also with coming up with a solution for text art and how to respond to that theme. We have 11 high schools from the regional Massachusetts area. We have actually 3 schools from Attleboro that will be here. Attleboro High, the Network program, which is the alternative high school, and Bishop Fian, among others. And we're very, very excited to have them here in the gallery and give them the opportunity to showcase what we consider the next generation of artists. Well, they find out in September. Actually, I announced the theme at the reception for the following year. So they have plenty of time to think about what the theme's going to be, but they get the official outreach in September. They've been working for 9 months on planning, sketching, building, troubleshooting, and then they come and install in the museum's gallery. So they've had 9 months of work on these projects, and finally in May get to showcase what they've done all year. You know, what I find so interesting is when you give a general theme, you get so much diversity in return from the schools. So a lot of pieces are dealing with identity in many different ways, whether it's how people perceive you or how you perceive yourself. And they're using words to associate that situation, and I found that very interesting. Some schools are talking about media and how text is used in the media, which is very interesting. It's really interesting to see how each school has responded to text art as the challenge and what they've put together for it.
That's it for today's update. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.